Now, the United States has announced it will deliver some $200 million in humanitarian aid to Sudan, where a civil war has killed tens of thousands of people and triggered the world's largest displacement crisis. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken made the announcement at a United Nations Security Council session on Sudan. The $200 million package is in addition to over $2 billion the U.S. has sent to Sudan since April 2023, when fighting broke out between the Sudanese army and the Rapid Support Forces paramilitary group. For more, I'm joined now by Shayna Lewis, Sudan specialist from PEMA, and she is currently in New York City for the special UNSC meeting on Sudan chaired by Blinken. Shayna, thank you so much for joining us. You were the civil society briefer for today's meeting. I want to first let our viewers see some of what you said today and then come to you.
Civilian protection relies on the belief that a system like this body can and will ensure safety. But belief is a fragile thing. If this body cannot do more to protect the people of Sudan, it won't just be their lives at stake. It will be the very credibility of this council and its members as well.
Shayna, strong words there. Do you believe the Security Council heeds that comment from you?
Thank you for having me. I sincerely hope so, because we are so overdue for the UN Security Council to take ambitious action on Sudan. For the past 20 months, the Council has effectively abandoned the people of Sudan amidst the world's largest humanitarian crisis, the world's largest food insecurity crisis, and the world's largest protection crisis. It's not a lack of options for Sudan, it's actually just a lack of ambition from the Council. We have a raft of measures that the Security Council could be using, including the enforcement of the UN arms embargo on Darfur and also the use of the sanctions regime on Darfur. But unfortunately, the Council continues to drag its feet and rather than taking action, just continues to use words of condemnation on Sudan. And enough is enough. The people of Sudan deserve better and they need better because this is a country of 49 million people. And without action today by the United Nations Security Council, we're at risk of the entire East Africa region being hit much, much worse by the instability that is currently racking Sudan.
You outlined some of the ways in which the UNSC can act, and you say that they're dragging their feet. But why is that happening? Why are they doing that?
I think, frankly, the UN and the wider international community for the past 20 months have looked at Sudan with this almost disregard that, oh, it's so bad in Sudan. There's not much we can actually do. And frankly, it's not good enough. There is so much that the Council should be doing. The UN was in Sudan not that long ago in the UN mission for Sudan, UNAMID, but also UNITAMS more recently. There's a long history of the international community, whether it's the United Nations or the African Union, taking multilateral action to protect civilians in Sudan. And today, yes, we're faced with a very difficult geopolitical climate, but the world will not remember the excuses of, oh, it was too hard geopolitically. The world will remember the hundreds of thousands of civilians that were yet again left to die and the genocide that is happening yet again in Darfur on our watch.
Right. Let's focus in on the U.S. for a minute. The meeting was chaired by Antony Blinken. We just mentioned that the U.S. has sent a $200 million package and over $2 billion since April 2023. Do you think that's enough? And is it doing enough for bringing about a ceasefire?
The US has been the largest humanitarian donor on Sudan. I think they are showing the world how the rest of the world should be responding to Sudan. But of course, everyone needs to be doing more. The amount of aid that is currently entering Sudan is not saving lives. It is only delaying death. So we need other donor countries to step up. The promises from the Paris Humanitarian Conference of billions of dollars that were being pledged to the Sudanese humanitarian response have not been released. So although the US is doing a lot, we need much more, and not just from the US, but from other states to really prioritize Sudan as the biggest humanitarian crisis in the world, demanding action that matches the scale of the crisis.
Shayna, thank you so much for walking us through that so clearly. That was Shayna Lewis, Sudan specialist. Thank you.
Thank you.